So body fat. You want to talk about body fat? All right. So first of all, I'm gonna go through some Q&A that people had direct message me, and I'm gonna rapid fire this. So number one, what is body fat? So fat is a it's a storage. Basically, it's a storage unit for calories. It also prevents impact onto your vital organs, and you want body fat because you want to be able to sustain long distance or endurance type of thing. So if you can't eat from first thing in the morning to last thing in the night, or if you had to eat for the next, you didn't have food for the next couple days, your body will use body fat as a source of energy. Now, why is it that we're getting fatter? Okay, so at birth, we have a certain number of fat cells within our body. Now, as you age, inactivity, poor nutrition, a decline of caloric burn, our body fat cells are like what ends up happening is they can store a certain amount. So it's like this cup, right? This mug can store a certain amount of body fat. Now, and if you consume too much calories or you're not burning enough calories, they both kind of coincide with one another, is that it'll spill over and it'll create new fat cells. So let's say that you're born with 50,000 fat cells. Good morning, Jenna. Let's say that you're born with 50,000 fat cells, and then as you age, you're no longer playing hockey or you're no longer working out, but yet your caloric consumption continues to go up. Your body will multiply the fat cells within your body. Now, here's the thing. How can you get rid of these fat cells? Well, naturally, you can't get rid of these fat cells. They only become small and dormant. You can try short-term things like liposuction or fat freezing, but the amount of pain that you're going to go through, and also the scarring. And then what about like with the fat freezing? Like I've heard of people getting, they'll do a tummy tuck, or they'll do they'll do the fat freezing on their stomach, and then all of a sudden now they're getting fat like on their belly button, right? They'll get it put into different places. So you can't get rid of fat cells. All they do is they sit dormant, and then they wait for your next big yo-yo. So that's why it's important to just continue down your path of health and nutrition, because if you get super skinny for summer, and then all of a sudden fall hits, and now you're back to drinking beers, and you're eating bad food, your fat cells are like, wow. And then what ends up happening is when people yo-yo diet, they go from they'll drop a weight, and then they'll gain the weight back, but they usually end up gaining more weight, because what happens is your fat is now producing more and more cells. So another question we had is, what happens when you jump on the scale? Okay, why is it that when I do a body analysis, why is it that the fat goes up as my weight goes down? So initially, when you're dropping weight, that's one of the first things that your body's going to lose, right? Is going to be body weight. It's pretty easy to lose body weight, and it's pretty easy to gain body weight, right? So when it comes to that, what ends up happening is your body, it's shrinking, right? So it's going to get rid of the weight that it doesn't need, because it doesn't want to carry around too much weight. So your body is shrinking, but your body fat cells are still there, right? And they're still the same size. And so what it ends up happening is your body will, or the scale will read that your body fat is higher, because now the surface area is shrunk, but the body fat are the same. So that's it for today. Quick one, all about body fat. Get out there, be 1% better, and be the best version of you.